Hi everyone, welcome back. We are on phase 2, episode 3. We will be finishing the leaves in this episode. As you can see where we left off, there are 4 leaves, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Each leaf still has 7 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm going to take 2 strings from the middle, 1 for the bottom, or 2 for the bottom. Did that last time too. 2 for the top. So we're adding in 2 more, just like we did last time. And we begin. Tie those 2 together and continue on to make another leaf, same as you did before. And again, once we reach the top here, we will be leaving off the last 2 strings. So there were 7, we added 2, we'll be subtracting 2 at the top, and again we'll be making another 7-string leaf. And again, we're going to be doing this for both sides. Okay, tuck those 2 away. Two, 4, 6, and 7. And we're gonna leave the last one, start with the next one. And we're just making another leaf. Do that the same for both sides. After this video, what we have to do is I'm going to show you how I add a bead at the top and the bottom. Must do that part before we can continue on. I need those beads, the top and the bottom, to be in place so that I will be able to secure what's next in my design phase. To make at the top, we make the pendant part that will loop around and connect to the back, and at the bottom is just, the design to make it pretty and how I like it to be. Okay, we're at the top where we do, oh, sorry. Now we're at the top where we cross the 2 strings over each other. Add a T-pin, flip my pillow around. I didn't film this one exactly the way I wanted to, but you can still see what I'm doing. And it's just the same as before. So if you can't see it very well, I do apologize, but I'm hoping at this point you've gotten the hang of how I'm connecting these leaves together. Starting at the top again. From the top once again. So we are 1, 2, third string, fourth string, and connecting the fifth string. Okay, that should mean one more left at the top. One string, two string, three string, fourth string, fifth, and this is the last one, sixth, and the seventh is the one that I've been holding. All right, now that is 3 leaves. Switching to the other side, 2 strings, cross them over, make a knot, and the last 2 at the top, again, we're going to leave off to the side. We won't use them now, but we will be using those later. And we have 7 strings again. 4, 6, and 7. Okay. And we make another leaf, and you leave the last one and start from the one above it. So once you finish making these 3, you're going to be left with 5 strings in the middle. 2 more on each side I will add just to give it a little more space to connect in the back, and 1 will be unused. It doesn't always work out that way in some of my designs. It just depends on the number of knots that I've tied for my ladder. But in this case, I'm left with 5 in the middle. 1 will be unused. 2 will be used. And I'll show you that once we're done with this final leaf. Cross them over. All right. Oh, the angle I filmed here is a little bit strange. I am sorry. I'm tucking the strings from the other one underneath just so I don't get confused or accidentally try to tie one in. One, two, switch the string. I'm taking the time to show all this because it is my first sets of tutorials, and I just want to make sure that if you really want to give this pattern, this design of mine a go, you will have references from point A to point B. You don't have to question what it is you're doing. You can just go right to the video and look at it. First video, first 2 leaves, second video, second 2 leaves. This video shows the third leaves, and then how I can connect it all together, except it's actually going to be connected from the back side, and I will show you that later because it's unimportant for now while you're still, making the design. Because like I said, I don't like to make any cuts. So yes, the strings will just be hanging there, but it's just something I've gotten used to. Some people really, maybe it bothers you. Once I have all the videos up, you can flip it and cut it if you choose to. But like I said before, I just don't like to do that. Okay. And I think this is the last string. Yes. Okay, so now we have the leaves done. I'm going to flip back around and I'm going to show you. We have 5 strings. 1, 2, and 1, 2. 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. 1 is just going to be a throwaway. We're not even going to use it. I'm going to do the same thing that I did while making the leaf, but we're not actually making the leaf. We're just simply going to tie up. Those 2 just were the 2 that came from the middle, and I'm just going to tie them. It's just a way to attach all of these leaves to the cabochon so that it's even more secure, more sturdy, rather than just leaving it there like that. So it will have 9 strings on one side and 9 strings on the other, and then I tuck them under, flip it, tie from the back. Again, at a later time I will do that. Okay, so this is it for this side. I'll take all of these strings, 9 of them, and tuck them under just to get them off the way. Double check your work, guys. You can see that 1 string up. I'm just not going to use that at all. I'll just cut it off at the end. All right. So we have the 2 that came from the middle to attach that leaf set. There we go. Now I have it. Okay, and we'll do it. 9 strings on that side. I'm going to tuck it under just to show you guys. When I flip it over and tie it in the back, it's going to be nice and secure and there won't be a gap. Usually there isn't. It's a tiny little gap, but that's all right. It really won't make any difference in the end, because once we start doing the black, it's going to go over top of it and pretty much cover most of that up anyways. All right, so that's it, guys. We've completed all 6 leaves on both sides. I showed you one side, now you have to do the same thing on the other side. All my black strings are still there, nothing's been done with those yet. The bottom 4 black cords you see there, those are Chinese knotting cords. And at the top, there are also Chinese knotting cords. It's how I tied my cabochon, and it's how I attached the black and the red flat wax cords to the cabochon. It's a preference of mine. If it's not of yours, that's fine. Do it how you like. This is what you should look like at this phase. Okay? I like to stroke my strings. I do this a lot, especially when I'm thinking. I'll just sit there and play with my strings. Top, bottom, left, right. Okay, so this is it. Next coming up, I'm going to be adding a bead at the top and at the bottom. And please stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching.